Are you holding on to a flawed property? Well, you may regret not taking advantage of this market and selling now. Hi, I'm Jeff Wheatley, and today I wanted to come to you to talk about the most powerful market we've seen in more than a decade to sell properties that have flaws. So in this red hot market, buyers are overlooking the flaws on the property. In fact, bidding up almost every property regardless of flaw. So as they're waiving inspections, as they're waiving appraisals, it's time to take advantage of it. Now, why do I bring this up? Because no market lasts forever. When markets shift, and they do typically shift quickly, we will see the flawed properties will take a disproportionate dive compared to properties that are more ideal. Now, what I'll do is I'll evidence the worst and best performing neighborhoods in Montgomery County to show you the difference. So in 2007 to 2010, those neighborhoods that survived the downturn the best only lost 7 to 8% of their value, whereas some of the most hard-hit neighborhoods in Montgomery County were off very close, and a couple of them over 50%, but many 40 to 50% off. So if you've got a flawed neighborhood or a flawed property, now is time to take advantage of this great market. So let's talk about flaws. The reality is most times we know whether we've got a flaw to our property or not, but I did write down 5 items that you want to really consider selling in this hot market if your property falls into one of these categories. So the first one I'd say, do you live in a weaker neighborhood? Is it a neighborhood that is just made it back to 2007, 2008 values? If so, you've probably got a flaw in that neighborhood. Best thing to do is take the money now while we can, move up, better neighborhood, so it'll survive any kind of a downturn better. Second item, condos, especially those with delinquency. So if you've got a condo that's the board's not running it well, or more importantly, they're not collecting enough dues, meaning they got more than 15% delinquency, when the market shifts, there will be a significant issue with financing. So I'd say get ahead of that, upgrade to a different property where you're not going to have to deal with that delinquency in the condo association. For larger properties that have high tension wires running through them or very close to the property, makes it difficult to market in a buyer's market. So I'd say that may be one you also may want to consider upgrading from. Next one, antiquated layout. You got such a layout that you have to go through a bedroom to get to the 4th bedroom, or some other flaw in terms of layout. Great time now. Buyers are overlooking that, looking past those type of flaws and still making offers. And then finally, this one you can overcome either by changing the system out or selling now, and that's oil heat. As the market shifts, we get back to a more normal market. Buyers do not like the oil heat. We just got a great offer on one last week, but we know that if it was in a buyer's market, we would have got punished for having that old oil heat. So in summary, if you got some of those flaws or something else you know about, we may want to consider upgrading properties right now while the getting's good. I'm Jeff Wheatley. If you have any questions about these flaws, any other flaws, or more importantly, want to ask me a question about a video you'd like to cut, please reach out to me directly. I'm Jeff Wheatley. Thanks for taking time to watch.